Hey, hey, oh, it's been a while, but a lot of stuff has happened in the meantime. I had a baby, cut my hair, so that's kind of the baby things, but I haven't had a video in a while. So today I'm looking at some Hooru Fliers. I didn't get a chance to play on the ECQ, well, with the baby and all. Not enough time to string together 4 hours, but I think I would have played this again. I actually had these changes for ladder because I was seeing so much Hooru control. But given the prevalence of Praxis now, where they don't have Snowball, I would actually go back to removing the Paladins and adding the Hojans and the Bracers. So in the market for a long time, I had Svetya, then I switched to Island Clan Mother in order to be better against FTP specifically. Also Praxis, they have trouble with big butted units, especially Flyers that Plague Wind them the next turn. But I do like Svetya now with there being so much Hooru control because this card is just so tough from the beat. Like there are how many Justice units here? Like 7, 11, 15, 19, 27. Like so you have 27 units that all get like a Super Icario, Warcry plus Aegis. Just very tough from the beat if the game goes on for any length of time. And since if you're getting to 8 power, you usually play to Palace anyways. You generally have like enough resources to get up to 8 and then find another Palace or like another unit or something, like even a merchant for another palace and draw more cards. And once you have hit 1 or 2 +6/+6 things, they just get overrun. So this is the list that I would have played, and I'm going to run it through in the ladder a little bit. So the Hooru control matchup I think is slightly favored with the Svetyas. It's pretty even against Praxis. Like generally whoever's on the play is a little bit favored. Like turn 2 teacher on the play is kind of tough to deal with. Not because you care about the weight so much, like those just help you hit power drops, but because it just puts on a lot of pressure, then they're able to like put in some Titans or Gunrunners or Darias or whatever, and you don't have the sort of traction on board to keep out that stuff. But then when you're on the play, they sort of have the opposite problem where you just like you take the weights and you hit them back for more damage and you just win. I'm gonna keep this because I can get a banner with it. So I think that Praxis is like a very close matchup, and then it just absolutely stomps all the anti-Praxis decks. Like if you are on a like Elysian Horn or a big Xenon or a like Dark Praxis or whatever, like you just get completely shellacked by this deck. Like, you just have no chance whatsoever. Opponent is very proud to hit you with the weight, so I'm just gonna put away whatever I draw to grab the banner out of my market. It just doesn't matter. Alright, well, we're going to do the thing here. This is why you play Hojan and Bracers. You get these, like, basically free wins where you hit them, where you gain 10, get a power, then they either sack a unit or take 10 and you get another power. It's pretty disgusting. And I don't have small Icaria, so I'm just going to get Primal to save Justices in my deck for Bracers, I guess. Yeah, get shellacked. Now they have to kill this, too. They didn't have a torch, so I don't know. They can't Gunrunner this turn. I don't know what they're going to do. Looks like probably lose. So I could either mark it for a Palace and play Vulcan Forcer, or I could just slam Amilli. And I'm kind of into the whole Amilli thing, actually. Like, Palace is great, but Amilli is also completely ridiculous against Praxis. So they're just planning to make this block. Oh, and there's a Palace on top? Okay, well that makes my decision very easy. Do I want to, like, slam 8 here? I don't think I really do. I think kill this, and then... Yeah, I guess it makes Torch bad for them. Yeah, we can just trade. So I'll go up to 40. Now Torch does nothing. They can't deal with Amilli. I'm about to buff that Amilli up with the Palace. Like, the game is just super over. And Titan, nice. Cool card. Here's an 8/12. Yeah, you're doing it. The next turn, I can play another Amilli, give this one Berserk. I can't actually get Vanquish out here because I've drawn 2 Primal Merchants, but it doesn't really matter. I can silence this if I end up caring about it for some reason. Alright, well, we did the Hojan to Bracers free win thing. Still good. So I think Pacifier might actually be slightly better against Praxis because they don't have a lot of stuff with 4 strength. Like, they have, like, Torch, they have Gunrunners, Weapon, they have Teachers. Like, nothing actually kills it except for their fat fatties, like Heart of the Vault, Titan, if they play it. Some people play Talir's Intervention now, which I think is like... I think I'd rather play Shadow Sigil in deck than Talir's Intervention. And then it can't block Gunrunner, but it blocks the Gunrunner's weapon coming down. So, yeah, I think Pacifier is a little bit better if you expect, like, actually mono Hooru, but that isn't what I expect. People play other decks, so. Alright, let's get him in there. Of note, I did try out Praxis the other day. So this is the, what's the date today? The 4th day of the season. I did try out Praxis yesterday. The deck like felt bad the whole time. Like it felt like I wasn't doing anything. My opponent's decks just ended up doing less and did worse. And I went 11-1. And I was like, wow, this deck is really good for how bad it feels. I guess that's just how the deck feels. It just, I don't know. It seems like it's not doing anything, but then it wins anyways. Because like, I don't know, Gunrunner is like a 5-cost Rizon, Heart of the Vault is an absurd swing, and then like sometimes you just get in board stalls, and it's very, very good at beating board stalls because of Daria. Of note, like, some people have been saying like, aha, I told you Daria was broken the whole time. Daria was terrible before Gunrunner. Like, Gunrunner makes Daria. Gunrunner is the reason Daria is playable. Ugh, looks like this is FTP, so this Hojan mirror image thing is terrible, and I'm gonna get blown out. Can't imagine what else it'd be. Whoa. Oh, FJS with 2 Zos. Okay, that's better. They have to use a real card in this at least. Like, they have to use a torch. And this hand is like kind of power heavy. That's fine. I've got a merchant. I'm not going to flood. I don't think I actually want unstable because I do have extra power. So I'm not really worried about that. If I could unstable the Hojan to ramp. Well, the Hojan's going to die to a torch, right? Like, I wouldn't play Hojan on 2. I'm not going to wait until 3 to like Hojan 4 mana because I'm going to want to go merchant in a Shelterwing. So yeah, I'm just going to bottom unstable. It'd be kind of nice to have an answer to Vara, but I think I need more gas, more than I need like a more reactive card. But more gas having like more proactive pressure. Right, well, I had Palace top. I guess if I had known I had Palace on top, I would have kept it and like done this on turn 3. And, like I could have like ramped, and then in turn 4 I could have played Shelterwing, turn 5 Shelterwing, turn 6 Palace. Well, then I wouldn't need the ramp. So yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Yeah. Obviously, storage. Oh, it's FJP. But they didn't have a snowball. It's FJP with an extra Zo in hand. Here's bracers. How do I feel about bracers? I think I want to keep them. I'm just going to grab Shelterwing. I'm going to put bracers on here to make up for that power that I just tucked away. Yeah, that's fine. I could actually just like play bracers right now and ramp. Definitely gonna get it because I only have 1 power up. Kind of plays around like a Hailstorm or Snowball type thing. I guess I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna Copperhall Blessing. Doesn't matter. They could just torch in response if they had it. Get that. Okay. Well, I'm doing reasonably well. Then I can even mirror image this to get like Svetya or something. So Vargo is sometimes annoying out of these decks. Like you play a 3-drop, they play a Vargo, and you play another thing, and they harsh rule, and they get a 2/4 and hit you for 5, and they can race you with the Vargo. So generally you want to find a Vulcan Forcer and save it against FJP so that like you play a unit, they play a Vargo, and you play Vulcan Forcer and silence their Vargo. So if they want harsh rule, it's still 2 for 2. And Vargo goes away. You just like take 5, which is whatever. So if they don't kill this, I don't think I want to Palace it. I want to save the Palace for when the Aegis is going to matter, if that makes sense. Like it's gonna, like I want it to refresh an Aegis or give Aegis to a unit that didn't have it before, just to not like sacrifice value. But then they did that, which means I can just get in if I do play Palace. And then I might get Vanquished or something. Could also just like Justice Sigil, mirror image this guy, put away the other Justice Sigil. Ugh, then I'm going to grab like another Palace. Anyway, I don't want to Svetya with only 6 power if I don't have a Palace in play. I could just Palace and withstand this guy since I have the mirror image. But then if they play like they probably got like some burn spell if it's like Downpour or Rockstar or something, then it's gonna like Downpour plus Vank and I'm gonna have nothing. Like if they Downpour this Palace and attack it with this Smuggler, it's so bad. So I think I should just play Shelterwing. Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna do that. Not sacrifice this guy. If they have a sweeper, I want to make them use it. So I do have a pause. So I do think they got like Rock Slide likely. There. Now I can play Palace since they downpour plus Vank. I'll still have a blocker for this, so I won't just lose my Palace straight off. There's a lot of things they could have that beat me, but there's also a lot of things they could have that don't beat me, and then I beat them. Like, Palace does close the game insanely quickly. All it takes is one small stumble for the game to just suddenly come to an end. They just lack a Vanquish or a Harsh Rule or something for one turn. Like, only have one removal spell instead of two. Rizon, okay. He pops that. That is interesting. I got 3 spells. That's a ways off. So you hit this Genev Merchant, not the Shelterwing. I would say they didn't want me to like Palace this. So I Palace this, I get a 10-6. You can still double block it. Pretty happy if he double blocks this Genev Merchant though. Well, if I attack with this and they trade, this thing will still be getting in. I'm kind of into it. Like, they're powered down. I lose my ability to mirror image this, but I can always mirror image this if they block that. Yeah, they're not going to play 3 spells this turn, right? Yeah, I'm kind of into it. I'm just going to go for it. Plus, maybe I get an extra power this way. Who knows? Either make this block or they double block here. And either way, my Palace is going to survive for the Wisdom and it's going to be fine. Yeah, sure, this is fine. I will trade this Merchant for both of your cards. You take some damage, then I get the Wisdom next turn. You know, if you want to block there, then you take the 10. And I get another power. Oh, I guess I block there, then they have Downpour plus Vank. That sucks. But they did have a pause. I think they got Rock Slide, not Downpour. Oh, they just chumped? I guess they didn't want to take 10, which is reasonable. I was going to play this now. I want the Wisdom, so I want to be able to play all the cards that I draw off it. Probably. I mean, I don't want to play too much in a Harsh Rule, but... So I'm going to, like, spend 2 cards to kill this, and then I'm going to Wisdom. Whoa! Honor of Claws. That is not very good. That does not affect the board. They might just be dead. This might be what I was talking about, where they just, like, they stumble for 1 turn, so they die, because Palace puts out so much damage. They have to have, like, Torch Vank. They did not Torch Vank. Maybe they have a double Defiance or something. I'm just gonna grab another Palace here. I don't think there's anybody that can kill us at fast speed here, but 6 health and an Aegis to break this up. Then I need to tuck this Hojan for another Palace. Oh, so this is gonna be a 6/6 with Berserk. Right? All right, then I'm gonna go for it. Make them use their double Defiance or whatever, and then I still have this big guy that. What am I trying to say here? Like, so this thing is gone because they're gonna Defiance it. Oh, Caleb's Choice, sure. Why did they Caleb's Choice? No, I withstood in there and tapped out. That's right. So like, even if they're Defiancing that, and like I'm playing into their Defiance, they're gonna have Defiance targets anyway. So I just have to go for it. Man, now I get the Wisdom and then Svetya. And I'm going Palace. This is great. This is going very well. I think I would have gotten Palace there even if this was a Justice Merchant. Like, because I can guaranteed cast it, and I can't guaranteed cast the Svetya, even though I'm drawing 3 cards next turn, so it's like extremely likely that I'll be able to. And Caleb's Choice is way worse than Downpour there. Well, I guess if they didn't have a Vanquish, I was thinking like I was saying earlier, like they could have Downpoured to pop the Aegis and Vanked it. Downpour would have also done 2 to Korovyat Palace, and then Holland Peaks could have finished it off. But then they didn't have any spot removal spells, so that never would have worked. And I still got big Berserk fella here. Okay, so they did have a Vanquish, or they just drew it this turn, perhaps. So they might have another Defiance, I suppose, but I'm still just going to go for it. Okay. I guess I could have waited until my Svetya popped out, but I'm not too worried about it. Here's a couple of 3/3s. Scare him a little bit. And the Svetya will make it so he can't play spells. Yeah, maybe I should have waited, actually, because Svetya turns off Defiance. I just forget about Svetya having an ability besides the pay to draw cards one. I could have got in for like 12, maybe 1. Oh, they're playing Palace. Okay, well now I can't silence Vank, I guess, which is sort of annoying. Are they just dead, though? 36, 12. No, I guess not. Alright, I'm not going to block this. So get blown out here if they have like a torch for my withstand. Don't really have a way to check safely. I guess I could Vank this and then play it. Seems real loose. Also, this merchant can only grab powers at this point, so I guess I might as well play the power. So yeah, Vanking this is pretty crappy because it doesn't do anything, but on the other hand, lets me just check for the pause. Yeah, I think I'm just going to check for the pause. Okay, they don't have it. That's good. So if they had a pause, I would have had to like give Berserk and double attack this thing. I am just going to attack this. Don't want them getting Berserk or drawing cards or whatever. Okay. So I feel pretty okay now. Right, and that's a very strong reload. This is not a reload because I got both of my Primal cards out of here already. Oh my god, it was just a draw 5. Yeah, it's fairly strong. Like, they had nothing before, so like, what are the odds they have things now? Yeah, I think I just should have not attacked. Okay, so I was saying I should not attack this because then the Svetya would have blocked their Berserk. Well, yeah, I guess I would have been able to use it to block their 6/6 and then get the Svetya, so it'd be like, show the same thing now, but I have a Svetya and they'd have a Defiance. Although their Defiance kills this, so maybe this works out better for me. I do still have Palace in play. I'm about to draw a bunch of cards, so I think I'm fine. Or do I just go for lethal? Let's go for the Gusto here with Sack the City. They're really thinking, which makes me think they don't have an answer. I should just go for it. I guess I'm just going to Sack the City and like play this as a 2/2 to block. As if I draw a power for turn, I could trade it in for the Crest. Because I need if I draw a Merchant next turn, I'm also Wisdoming, so I won't not have fuel for the Crest. Not have fuel for a Merchant, I mean. Okay, well, I just have to block. If they have Double Torch or something, they have it. If they have End of the Story, they have it. Alright. Harsh Rule is kind of what I thought, so that's fine. So I could 14 them right here. Or I could... I'm 14. That's very appealing. Then I'm just going to play this, not do the thing, because this is great. And then I don't want to play the Amilli into another Harsh Rule and be left with nothing. I mean, not nothing, because I'm going to draw 3 cards next turn, but... I think I just take it easy here. They have like a Justice Sigil and 4 unknowns. None of them are Torch, probably. If they're like, if one of those like Defiance or Vanquish, that's sort of annoying. So this is like 2 agendas I've gotten off now. I haven't gotten the Svetya. 2 agendas. I guess I could get like burn them all and kill this. Yeah, Vargo Redclaw is a non-card. Okay, Knife gains 5. So they are at 1 here. Sure, this is what I'm talking about. Like now, like Harsh Rule would be devastating, but now it's not. It just clears the board, so it's whatever. Oh, do they the last card is Defiance? Really? Jeez. It's pretty good. Oh, Display of Honor. Oh, alright. I guess that's fine. So we're gonna silence that. Play Amilli. Play Power. This is just gonna get killed by... Jeez, alright. This is just gonna get killed by Knife, but that's fine. Attack with this first, I obviously just chump block. Because if I block here, they get to finish this off with Knife, which is bad. This Svetya guarantees we win. Wow, alright. That play is so bad. Like, I'm not gonna mess up like this. If you just Knife this thing and then attack with Vargo, I just like can't block in case you had Torch. But now I just get the block and now your Knife does nothing. I mean, I guess you can Torch and smash this. Then I get Svetya and I get to Palace the Svetya and we're so far ahead. They can't respond to this, so there's nothing they can do to stop it. And we have lethal. Let me withstand! Oh, I couldn't even withstand. That was a pretty good game. I'd posit that one as evidence against the Hooru is brainless meme. That game had quite a few decisions by both players, I think. I'm not positive I made them all correctly, but I navigated them well enough to get across the finish line and win. Whew. Man, oh man. It's been a while. I haven't played much Eternal for like 2 weeks. Tyke's out ace keeping me real busy. Hard to find hours to get away consecutively. I got to Diamond using, with that aforementioned Big Shriek with Praxis Pledge and Days Undoing Enclave Cryptologist in-game Stoatsgar deck, which is like more of a mid-range deck. Like, it only has Instigator Rip Knife for 2 drops, then it plays Maiden and Vara and like 4 Flame Blast and 3 Obliterate plus 1 in the market. It's like big mid-rangey burn deck, which is pretty powerful. Like, Maiden just kind of poops on a lot of decks right now. Like, it wrecks Praxis. It wrecks those like Elysian and Xenon decks that beat Praxis. But then it's really bad against Hooru Control, so that's why I would play this deck instead, because Hooru Control was super popular like a week ago when I was playing a bunch. This is fine. I've got a 2-drop. I don't have a 3-drop to turn it on, but I'll start doing work on turn 4. Good enough. Who knows? Maybe I draw another 2-drop. We're just like perfectly in the clear. Well, my other 2-drops don't fly, so. Yes, sir. I want that. I want to curve into this Shelterwing and Amilli and stuff. Alright, well, if this is Elysian, that's like a buy. They didn't have any Echo, so I don't think it's FTP. FTP can be rough, though. Well, now, actually, if I draw any 3-drop, like Commando, Enforcer, Winchester Merchant, whatever, it turns this on. Yeah, like they have like Equivocates to deal with their guys. It's not nearly enough. Then I've got Vanquish for their first fatty. Oh my god, I drew Commando? I drew Commando? I'll take it. Alright. I don't have a 4-drop now, but maybe I just like Vanquish their Titan. If they just play like Cerso or something, I'm not even gonna kill it. I guess I can't play Cerso this turn, but if they played Cerso or World Barrier Behemoth, this wouldn't kill it. Like, just save my interaction for Titan. Make sure I have a way to kill Titan, and then I'll win the race pretty easily. Alright, I just have another non-card. Doesn't matter. For Palace. Yeah, I'll keep it. I don't actually have the power to cast it right now, but I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Amilli into Shelterwing. I'm gonna draw Palace, play Amilli, draw whatever, play Shelterwing. So I've got like 2 more draws below that Palace to find a power to cast it. Bunch of great stuff to do in the meantime. I guess I play something huge, like maybe Shelterwing. Yeah, Cerso. Like I said, I do not care about Cerso at all. Their deck just does not. They're not playing on the same axis of interaction as I am. I guess if they like marketed for a Scarf, then that would be kind of problematic. But otherwise, just like, well, we killed them on turn 6, and they did not play a single card that mattered. Classic Hooru Fliers. Sometimes it pays to be an evasive aggro deck, because your opponent is not playing removal. Instead of playing 5-drop fatties like it's 2017 again. Okay, they had an Equivocate, so they aren't lethaled here. Jeez, that's a real brick. So if they play Scarf here, and then I Vanquish this, I'm like still winning. Yeah, I'll take 10. Deal. So they probably got like a, I don't know, Mock Naughty or some nonsense. And it just kills them, right? Yeah. Even without the Palace, I like definitely gonna win by just like playing Sheltering there and like smashing. So even if I hadn't drawn, I guess I had the Palace. Even if I didn't draw the undepleted power, but like that just really rubs it in. Like, yeah, you're playing Elysian in 2019. Like, Korovyat Palace is a card that exists, and you are not playing it or a deck with torch. I don't know what you're doing with your life. If this was a Hojan, I'd maybe keep this just on the upside, but it's not, so I'm just gonna mull because I prefer to have more power. Yeah, way better. All right, so we get to go Dusk Raider into Merchant for Berserk Shelterwing, which is kind of messed up, and then I also have like a bunch of other strong cards. Oh, I just drew a Shelterwing. Maybe a Merchant for like a power then, or a palace. We'll see how it develops. I've got a lot of draws between now and then. So I wonder if this is control or flyers. I'm guessing it's control because I basically never see the aggro version anymore. Yeah, okay, so it's control. Hailstorming a single Dusk Raider, but I mean, like, they can't let it live, right? So let's play Commando. Seems fine. Then I'll play Shelterwing. They pop the Aegis, I can Bracers it, which will give me enough power to tuck one of these with Merchant and grab Palace. Just grind through them. They actually don't have that many answers to Palace if you think about it. Like, they have like 4 rules, 4 Vanks, and like I guess like Stormhalt Knife. No, that's never gonna kill the thing that got withstood. So they're just sort of scanty on answers. Alright, so if they harsh rule here, I do get like 2 for 1, but then I just like play the Bracers. And often they can't play Knife for free even because you just kill them from, 15 or whatever with Sack the City. Yeah, Bracers will turn this back on. Not like to play that. This gets me a power. Play this. Play this, grab Palace. Then once I find another wind chest, I'll grab Svetya. This Palace will get me up in power counts. If they have another harsh rule here, like, that kind of sucks, but I can still just draw 2 cards. Reload a little bit. And then if they play a Throne Warden, I've got like Vulcan Forcer plus Vanquish. They're not going to be able to pressure my Palace at all. Also, they don't have any fast interaction for this. Like, they don't play Bring Down. It's like Island's Choice can counter the Withstand, but then I'm still getting my 2 for 1. I'm just going to like play this on there. They're going to have to like Defiance plus harsh rule, Defiance plus Vanquish, something like that. Genev Merchants. Probably grabs like Island's Choice. Bash for 6. They don't even have a Defiance. Actually, like, have more cards than them too. Oh, what's this? They have a harsh rule. So not block. If they have an end of the story, I don't want them to kill my guy. And this thing can take 2 and it's still fine, so. Yeah, did you expect to end of the story there? Do you think I was just going to block? I'm allowed to play around things there, Zach929. Yeah, now they're like, what the fuck, you didn't block? Arena Frogs, sure. Right, my Vulcan Forcer is a frog now, I guess. The fuck? Why would you get Arena Frogs from the market against aggro? Now they're just dead. So that was they had end of the story in hand. They thought I would block, I didn't, and then their brain just short circuited and they died. Alright. Okay, Hooru Fliers still great. So as I said before, Text Ace makes it so I don't really have like 3-4 hours consecutively to stream very often, but I can get 1 hour pretty often. So I'm gonna be putting out a lot more YouTube videos. So subscribe so you can get all of those. Coming up, we've got like a Stone Scar video, a Reanimator video. And then by then it will be Thursday and a new set will be out and we will have tons more stuff to do. So hope to see you all there and have a wonderful day.